Good evening, people. Good evening, people. Arno TV is back with you once again on YouTube. As promised, bringing you more videos about what on earth is going on to our once great nation in the UK. It is a total mess in the UK. Now, continuing from the video that we put out yesterday, as we're all aware of, there is a petition that is now active and lots of people are signing, calling for an immediate general election and calling out the tyrant Keir Starmer on all the promises that he has broken to the British public, and the manifesto, that they promised you in the run-up to the election that they have completely disregarded and are not enacting anything that they promised you when they were elected, okay? And we've had a response today, haven't we? Our despicable Prime Minister has been on ITV today. Shall we have a listen to what this despicable individual has said in response to this petition? Let's go over to the internet. Let's go over to the internet and let's have a look at what Keir Starmer had to say for himself. So let's just go and have a look at what he said today on ITV. And before we do that, let's just have a look at where this petition is now. Because when we spoke about it yesterday, it was 1.3 million or something like that when we spoke about it yesterday. It is now currently at 2,329,758 signatures. So let's just have a look. Let's just have a look at what our despicable leader had to say for himself about this petition on ITV.
Pressure, because I think there's a petition that's currently
Your approval
online
ratings have dropped.
1.9 people who want the election to go again.
Million. It's now
is
over
it 2 million now?
It's now just over 2 million.
Do you feel the pressure?
Look, I remind myself that very many people didn't vote Labour at the last election. I'm not surprised that many of them want a rerun. That isn't how our system works. There will be plenty of people who didn't want us in the first place. So, look, what I focus is the decisions that I have to make every day.
But surely,
and it's a bit like opposition.
But surely you want us, the public, to trust you, to like you, to think he's the man for the job, he's doing what he needs to do. Your approval rating is lower than Nigel Farage's right now. Which
do you hear that, people? His approval rating is lower than Farage's. And does he look that bothered? Does he look that bothered? He doesn't care. This man, like we've told you all along, has a lot to answer for. Let's continue.
Even saying it to the Prime Minister of the country I live in, that I pay tax in, to say your approval rate is lower than Nigel Farage, that's disappointing. Whoever I support.
The thing is, if you make your mind up, as I have done, that we're going to do the difficult things first, then I think it's inevitable that people do feel they're difficult decisions. I mean, I understand.
Difficult decisions? Difficult decisions, Keir Starmer. What you have done to the British people is unbelievable. We have people, as I've told you, locked up in jail for words. And again, just to make this absolutely 100% clear, I am not talking about anybody that went online and called for violence or anybody that's gone online and made racist comments. I am not talking about that. I am talking about the right of the British public to dissent against their own despicable, vile, abhorrent Prime Minister. This man is an absolute disgrace. Does he look bothered? Does he look bothered? He's on there laughing about this. Okay? Now, as I said to you yesterday, did I think that this petition, did I think this petition was going to cause an immediate general election? No, I don't. But what needs to happen is people need to keep signing this petition, and we need to put huge pressure on these people. We need to get these numbers way up. And the way it is at the moment, and the amount that it's going up at the moment, I'm expecting by, maybe early tomorrow, that it's going to be over 3 million people. We need to get this up to more votes than they got in the last election. We need to start putting some real pressure on these people, because these people, they don't care about you or me. Oh no, they want to destroy this country. And you know how Keir Starmer and the Labour Party, who are supposed to be the party of the people and the working classes, you know how they're now in a war with farmers? Well, let me show you something else about their attitude and what these people actually think to the people that supply the food to all of us in this country. Let me just show you another clip, because this should show you people out there, especially you people that have voted for this tyrant, the views and the attitude of the people that now surround themselves, that he's now surrounded with in the so-called Labour Party. Let me show you this clip. This is the attitude that these people have got to the people who supply our food.
The farmers still get a privileged status for their farms, and I think that may or may not be right. I'm personally in favour of doing to farmers who want to go on the streets, we can do to them what Margaret Thatcher did to the miners.
So just to be clear, John, you would beat them up?
No, close. I mean, this is an industry we could do without.
So, okay, all right. So this got weird. So you would do to farmers what Margaret Thatcher did to miners, which was, and she used very heavy-handed police tactics, followed by what? Putting them out of business.
You hear that, people? Did you hear that, people? They want to do to the farmers what Margaret Thatcher did to the miners. And, this is exactly should show you who these people are. Wanting to use heavy-handed police tactics on people that don't agree with them and then ultimately shut their businesses down. This is who these people are. So when I've told you people out there that these people have a lot to answer for, I am not kidding. And our farmers, if you've watched this, I hope you are in utter uproar about what this man has said. And this is the attitude of the so-called party of the people, yeah? The so-called Labour Party. Does this sound like a party that is for the people and the working classes? They are an absolute disgrace. A disgrace these people are. So I'm calling on all my viewers, as I said, look at the numbers on this. Look at how this is going up. We need to get as many people in the UK to sign this petition. We need this up there we need more people signing this petition than they got votes. We need to get this above 10 million signatures so we can start putting some real pressure on these people. Because people like Keir Starmer, they don't care. You've seen him on TV. Does he look bothered? Does he look bothered that we've got a government, okay, that has only been a government since July, so a small number of months, and we already in 24 hours have, what is it on now? What is it on now? 2.3 something million people, yeah? 2.334,758, yeah? That is the amount of people that have signed this in literally around 36 hours. I said 24, it was 24 hours yesterday. But what, in about 36 hours, this is the amount of people that are signing this? Yeah, they're not very popular, are they? Let's have a look at the map. Let's have a look at the map and let's show you people how unpopular these people are around our once great nation. So let's just go back onto that for a moment. Let's just go back onto that because you can bring up the map on this. Let me bring that up. Where is it? There we are. Right, okay. So this shows you the actual map of the UK. And obviously, the darker the colour on this map, the more effectively, the more angry people there are in those areas signing this petition. Look at this map. Look at it. Okay? Look all over the UK. I mean, typically, London, that's very yellow, isn't it? Yeah, but once you get outside London and the metropolitan areas, look at this. The UK is absolutely disgusted with this person. This is what we think of Keir Starmer. He's an absolute disgrace. And I want to see, as I said, more people signing this petition. Look at the numbers going up and up and up. And we need to keep this going. We need to keep this going and pile huge pressure on Keir Starmer. This man is an absolute disgrace, just like I told you. And, you know, they want to put farmers out of business, yeah? That's what they've just said. This is the attitude of these people, okay? So when I've told you people out there all along that these people have a lot to answer for, I'm not kidding. And isn't it a coincidence, yeah? Isn't it a coincidence that we have the Labour Party putting out this kind of attitude towards farmers? Oh, we'll put you out of business, yeah? At the same time that these vile, despicable, abhorrent individuals are cozying up to companies like BlackRock that I'm under no doubt he's in talks with and probably making all sorts of deals with them, yeah, about buying up farmland off farmers that they put out of business. This is what is going on, people. So when there are no food, when there's mass food shortages, yeah, and there's hardly any stuff on the shelves anymore, well, you know who is responsible. This man is a disgrace. The Labour Party are an absolute disgrace. And as we told you, Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, who they working with? Oh, that's right. They're working hand in hand with the World Economic Forum, pushing their globalist, divisive, abhorrent agendas, such as the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, stakeholder capitalism, the Great Narrative. But it's very easy for companies like BlackRock, who they're in bed with, to control the narrative. Yeah, because if you want to have a look at that link that I left you on the video the other day, look at all the media companies that BlackRock are involved with. This is how these people are controlling the narrative, okay? These people think you're absolutely stupid, and they think you're too stupid to work out what is going on. Well, guess what? This is what Arno TV is here for, and channels like this, to bring you this kind of information. And have you noticed, apart from him going on this morning on ITV and having a brief discussion about this petition, the mainstream media on a whole have been absolutely silent about this. What a surprise. So it's down to the new media and channels like this to let all you people know about this petition and get as many people that we can to sign this. As I said, we need to get this petition into tens of millions if possible, and put some huge pressure on Starmer and his brown shirts over in Westminster and Whitehall. That is what needs to happen. And be under no illusion, like I told you yesterday, the world is watching. The world is watching what is going on, okay? And that we must look an absolute joke to some of the countries that are looking on and seeing what is happening to this once great nation. This is unbelievable where we are now at. And we have people in the Labour Party talking about they're going to put farmers out of business. They're going to do to farmers what Margaret Thatcher did to the miners. Does this sound like what you would expect from the Labour Party? So anybody that's voted for people like Keir Starmer, I want you to think, especially if you're a historical Labour voter, yeah? And if you can remember the miners' strikes and what was going on, yeah? Did you ever expect a Labour Party, someone who, a Labour Party to be coming out and saying things like this? We're going to do to the UK farmers what Thatcher did to the miners. These people are absolutely disgraceful. And when I've told you they don't care about you or me, I am not kidding. All these people care about is these globalist agendas that they are pushing, these divisive policies that they are pushing, identity politics that they are pushing all over us, which is extremely divisive. This is just disgraceful what is going on. It's time to wake up, people. As I've told you people before, it is time to wake up and get your head out of the sand. Do not behave like an ostrich. Get your head out of the sand and realise what is going on. Because these people, if it is left to them, they will have us living in a world that is run by globalist organisations like BlackRock and the World Economic Forum. That is what is going on, and Starmer is a puppet for the WEF. We are sick of these politicians who are basically sponsored by the WEF and their mouthpieces. This is what's going on in the UK, and as I've said, I urge all my viewers, to share this petition. Although it won't cause an immediate general election, it is about putting huge pressure on these people. They don't care. He's quite happy to go on ITV on This Morning, and he didn't look that bothered about it, did he? Smiling and laughing about it. This man is an absolute disgrace. Just like I told you, he's a globalist and he's pushing the agendas of the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, stakeholder capitalism, and the Great Narrative. And is that any surprise when he's in bed with companies like BlackRock? Okay, so share these videos far and wide, because as I've told you, there's all sorts of interference that is going on in the background on this channel. So I'm going to leave it at that for this evening, but please people, share the petition, share these videos. The mainstream media are silent about all this kind of stuff. So it is down to the new media and channels like this to bring this information to you. We have to stand up against these tyrants. So for now, enjoy the rest of your evening. Look after yourself, your friends, and your families, and your loved ones. And whatever you do, people, whatever you do, stop listening to people like Starlin Starmer and his brown shirts over in Westminster and Whitehall. They are an absolute disgrace.